All right. Good morning, everyone. Glad you're here. Hope you're ready to see some good offense. I got it as focused as I can get it. Like you can almost see like the lines on the TV. The broadcast itself was already bad, and then the recording device I used for whatever reason did not do a very good job of getting good quality. So this is just kind of like an L on multiple avenues, if you will. So I tried my best to give you as clear of a picture as possible. So it might not be the best film, and I don't blame you if you're like, man, this quality stinks, because it does. But again, this is my first year doing this. I have to figure out new technology to use to be able to get you guys better content. But we are here for offensive film review. I hope you're ready. We are going to look at about, I think, 5 of the drives here. And we're definitely going to start with the first half and kind of just hit on some early miscues. The biggest thing that you kind of notice early on, it's not necessarily that you did anything wrong. It's more of the drops and the mistakes. Like here, I love this concept from Dow. We're going to come here, and he's going to run a deep post. That's essentially going to get the safety off. And then you've got Leggett pretty much on a shallow post. And that's really all it is. Maybe it's a deep over, a Dover, instead of necessarily a post. Yeah, a Dover. So, again, good concept. You get the safety out of there, and you get your best receiver here. Love every single bit of that. Easy throw to start the game off for Spencer Rattler. Can't complain too much there. And then, gotta have this. I know it's wet. I know it's raining. That's not a hit to where you're like, we can take that. That's a hit that isn't as bad. Trying to adjust some things for y'all so it doesn't look as grainy. Get back over here real quick, like. Let's watch that one more time. I know y'all watched it. I didn't get to watch it. It's still so just good patience here, really. So kind of pause. So if I'm not mistaken, this is what's called a GH counter. H is being the H back, comes in, and then you come across. Simon does a good job of sealing, and we're kind of patient here from Mario to watch where this block goes there. Simon's here. So now Mario has one or two options. Here it looks like there's a hole, but he's going to fight back. So the patience from Mario is extremely important here. And then he just does what he's done best. So again, an extremely good job from Mario here. I'm not really sure why this black stuff's down here or why it's so graded out right down there. Again, y'all, I apologize about it. It wasn't the best of the conditions. Wasn't the best of broadcast either. When I went and watched it on my actual TV through YouTube TV, it wasn't the best. Oh, legit. Good concept. Good concept. So ever since, and from moving on out, this right here, Juju, he's out for the season with a collarbone injury. This is going to be Braswell, and I think this is. I think you have to come back to this with Braswell as well. Amazing concept. We're just all coming over here, and all the eyes are going to just move across this way, and we just got a little boom, and they go make a play with your running back. Ever since Missouri, I stated on the film, hey, this is a team that I think you can get your running backs more involved in the passing game. And he did. Dow did. And ever since then, he's just been getting more and more and more. Now, I'm not sitting here telling you Joseph Griffin is the reason why your running backs are being used more in the passing game. I'm just letting you know that they've proven they can be, and that's all this is. It's a beautiful concept. Coming over. And you're going to see all these linebackers just fade. And before, he's like, I done messed up. And it's over. He's just got nothing but green grass. and then he can go and run. Um, so a beautifully drawn up play that allows you to get a playmaker in. That can be Brown. That can be Lewis. That can be Brazel. It could be whoever you want it to be. It's not limited to just Juju. Unfortunately, that's where Juju gets hurt. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that play. It wasn't defended well in the run aspect. But we'll just leave it at that. So far, all you kind of noticed here, I don't know why I put my big old face in that camera. That's the last thing y'all want. Just gotta have it. Just gotta have it. It's been a frustrating. I'm sure it's been a frustrating season for Harvard. But here's the thing. He's there. We got to make that catch. I know a lot of people want to see him get more targets. Trust me, it's going to come. We still got to be more consistent with our route running. That was actually extremely good. We hit it. We stop. All we got to do is catch the ball. That's it. That's it. Now, would we have liked this ball here in Harbor's chest? Go back a little bit so you can see. For sure. We would prefer not to have our guy having to kneel down. That still catch has got to be made. It is. We just have to be a little bit more consistent in our route running too. I know a lot of people, they just throw it up. Guys, and you'll see this here in a second. The reason Leggett is still getting so open is because while they know Harbor is going to be a good threat, y'all, he takes safeties out of the play along with his defensive back on him. And you're going to see that later. I'm pretty sure I recorded that drive because there's like 2 or 3 times where he wiped out a whole entire field. He is going to be a good threat for you. You just have to give him time. Again, just the catch has got to be made. We want to hit it here in the chest so we're not having to bend down, but he knows we have to catch that. And then I think this is just the, can't remember if this was a sack, if this was a, just miscommunication again. I'm not really sure what's supposed to happen here. He's pressured, and it is what it is kind of thing. So the first drive kind of stalls because you have 2 crucial jobs. Now, you make up for one, it happened to be fine, but another one that kind of led to a 3rd and long. And then we move on to the second drive of the game. Much better. Much, much better. So, we do a much better job here. The only thing I would like to see better from Nick right here, and again, I know y'all, it's very, very tight, and I do apologize. Nick's here. You can barely see his helmet. This is clearly a combination block. What tells me that is we have more trying to get on the inside, and Nick is already working up to the second level. The issue with this, and again, it kind of works out, I need Nick to give a good, let's help Moore get on the other side of it. That's the whole purpose of this, is for Moore to get on this side and then Nick to attack the second level. But he doesn't really do that, and you're going to kind of see Moore never really get in front of his man. And that's kind of what you see here. And then I believe, so that's the first one that this guy could have made the play, but I'm trying to see what else happens. That looks like Lee. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know who 47 is. Who's 47? I don't know who 47 is. He was lined up. Is that? Who is 47? Well, I can sit here and do that all day, but he does a good job. And then you've got Lee comes out and gets his. Got to do a better job out here from Simon. But again, that might have been That might have been by design too, so I don't want to say anything. He might just be there. But again, it almost gets blown up here because the combination block is not handed off very well by Nick. But then you have Mario breaking an arm tackle, and then he does wind up finding the gap. And then just makes people miss, man. Mario Anderson is a tough SOB, and I love everything about that man. Not only on the field, in the pressers when he comes, he has the utmost respect to anybody he talks to. He makes the eye contact. He talks like he knows what he's doing, and he doesn't take advantage of this kind of thing. I love everything about Mario Anderson, and you should too. Let's see here what we got. Another run play. So only drawback I have from Mario this season, and again, I think this is going to come. We kind of sometimes run just to a spot where the cutback lane could be here. So again, I hate saying this because I don't have the all 22. And without that, or the end zone view, without that, it's very hard for me to justify what I'm about to say. But because of just how it comes, and it kind of just runs into this pile, I would prefer we either try to kick it out or we try to cut back in here. Let me go in a little bit. So see, we're kind of here, and to his benefit, I get it. There's not really anywhere else to go, but instead of running into the pile, let's try to get a cutback. Even though this guy, I need to figure out who this is getting beat. But so maybe that's not the best of examples. Who is 47? I'm gonna have to look that up. Did somebody switch numbers? Very confused. I did not notice that in the game. See, that's why we watch film, so you can pick up on some of these things. Like, I love this concept. Again. Well, it's going to come. This is a false start. So I can go ahead and hit play. This is a false start, but they're going to bring Leggett on that same motion. They're going to motion out into a wheel, and you're going to have, I believe it's Harbor that was down there. Who ends up being down there? Come on. I'm not fast forwarding it because I'm going to see if I can see 47's number again. Well, it happened. But it was Simon he was lined up on the other side of. But it just kind of gets short-armed. And again, that wasn't a bad cut. That's what the TV broadcast does. So good wheel route, get short arm. Harbor, again, he has to be respected. He's getting bracketed. We have an in and out bracket here. We're not going to allow. His job is not to let Harbor go anywhere, and he's got Harbor here too. So this takes the recognition off of Leggett, which is insane to me. But that's what Harbor does. He allows you to get Leggett stuff like this. Just get short armed. By Spencer. He's done that a couple times in the past couple weeks. Something that you're not really used to seeing from. And then this is just good improvising. But not only am I going to say it's good improvising, because it is. Watch Lee. Lee's here. He's your right tackle. Watch him this whole entire play. Don't watch anybody else. Just watch Lee. Just watch Lee the whole time. Don't watch anybody else. Picks up the stunt, stays with it. And because of that, Spencer has another pocket to step up into. So many times this season, when this happens, after we pick up the stunt or we don't pick up the stunt, this right here, engage, stops, and we just sit. But he doesn't quit. I love it. We need to start giving kudos to this, and this needs to start being brought out. Because every other game this year, we have a tackle on this particular scenario stop playing. But he doesn't. Continues, gives Spencer that pocket to step onto, and then you make a play. Huge by Lee. Kudos to Lee. He went through the whole entire play. He just quit because his guy was no longer in front of him. And then you get it happened to work out. It was an offsides penalty. Spencer Rattler wasn't ready for the snap at all. But there you go. And then just a good little concept. He just sneaks on the back, and nobody ever sees it coming. Boom, touchdown. You get to see a big boy celebrate. It's fun stuff. It's fun stuff. Another good concept here. It's another extremely good concept. So it's just it's a slot fade, essentially, is what this is. And you're going to have Harbor again. I'm telling you guys, you're going to have Harbor again take this guy out, and now we're just left here. So Harbor's forcing this safety out, and we just have a little pocket. Now, I thought this was a drop in the game. And I still think Leggett thinks it was a drop. It's not a drop, and you're going to see this when you actually get the end zone view. This is just a heck of a play by this safety here. Heck of a play. He adjusts, and he goes, and he makes a play. Look like a drop in my opinion, and then you watch this cut of it. Maybe. Yeah. He just comes in and he makes a play. Two gets his hands in there and he makes a play. That's all it is. Thought it was a drop. It's two being a ball player, man, and going and making a play. Beautiful concept. Little slot corner, little slot fade, little slot wheel. That's what Napier's been doing over at LSU all entire season. Who is this? Who is this? Is this Lee again? Look at Lee. Look at Lee. Look at Lee. Gets to the inside like he's supposed to. Woo-wee. Now look, he kind of getting beat here. We got head down. Again, you probably can't see it as well, but he recovers. Able to recover. Great job. Much better job from Nick actually handing off this combination block and working up to the second level. And then we have Trevon as well. I mean, just much better job. Could have been executed a little bit better, but much better job. And then you have Mario again, just being Mario. At this point, you're almost shocked if Mario goes down with the first tackler, man. You know what? I need to. I'm not loving this at all. Again, I do apologize. Y'all are kind of getting my. I want to make this as clear as possible. I hate that you can see all the digital lines and stuff in the TV, but I apologize, everyone. I do. Hopefully, this weekend's game is going to be much, much better. A good little concept here, and just Leggett dropping it. Again, that's kind of the story of the first half, really. And not necessarily a drop per se, but because he called it, but because he had to regather and catch it, that led to the punt. But then in the second half, I think you had the ball 5 times and you scored on all but one. I think you had the punt. So we have essentially the same thing here, except now we have it in motion. Little wheel, and then you have a Dover here. Maybe not a Dover. Maybe it's just the coming. He's going to sit down. And maybe this is telling Harbor, hey, if you recognize man, you keep going. If you recognize zone, you sit. What are they in? They're in cover. Yeah, they're in cover 4 like they have been all year. So he comes and he just finds a spot and he sits. Because his job is to not get beat deep. So very good. That's what it could be. So it could be great recognition by Harbor. But again, good concept. Good concept. Anything with Harbor and Leggett to the same side, that's going to be hard to stop. Nothing big there. That's just a concept. Just get the ball. That's really all that is. No need to go back and watch that. Yeah, see, same kind of thing here with what I was telling you about Mario. Sometimes we'll have a tendency to just run into a spot. Let's there's nothing here, Bubba. Let's just cut out. Let's take our ability and beat this man. Um oh, I didn't see 19. See, that's what you get for being stupid, Joseph. I didn't even see 19 there, so maybe he didn't have the ability to cut it out anyway. Love this. This is concept getting beat, but the player just being better than everybody else. Not a bad concept at all, but because again, we kind of established this as a bread and butter play for Loggins, and he picks it up extremely well. The difference is Simon is a man, and he's not going to let you tackle him 9 times out of 10 on that first attempt. He just ain't gonna let it happen. Just ain't gonna let it happen. What time we're at? We're at 20. I want to try to get this over in 9 minutes. What are the chances we can let that happen? Doubtful. Braswell. Got to do a better job here on the inside. Yeah, Moore just kind of gets beat and then never truly recovers and gets anybody meaningful. Yeah. Just kind of get beat inside. That's all it is. The veteran's shot. I think, is this the Leggett deep? No. That's the Doty, and then it should be Leggett. The Doty celebration for first down. Gotta love it. Good patience by Braswell. Again, there's just not much opening up here. And it's why I gave this line a B. We just got to do a better job of winning this, Trevon. We never really get to his inside, or we were. You were on his inside. Just didn't finish strong, and you got beat across your face. You never really allowed. Yeah, so that didn't help, and then you had the linebackers do a pretty decent job from Vanderbilt as well this past weekend. This is the Leggett to the 20. Again, another good play. So what you're going to see here again. This right here has to be the most deadliest what do we do now thing for defenses, because again, this is essentially, I don't remember if Simon comes and does like a drag route, but he's about to clear everybody out. So we talked about it on the pregame show. Did we have a pregame show? I can't remember. Or maybe it was what to expect for Vanderbilt. Whatever it was, we talked about when they do cover 4 or cover 3, the best thing to do to beat that is flooding into the boundary. So nice little boom. He's going to take his responsibility and the safety back here. Whoop! And this is just Leggett winning. And because Harbor is a threat, you have to respect it. That's it. That's all it is. Harbor forces him to respect the deep ball, forces the safety to come back, and Leggett has that easy pocket and for Spencer to throw into. Deadliest combination. And if you have Juice Wells come back next year, it could be the same exact thing. Oh, beautiful concept too. I saw this. I don't remember what NFL team ran this first, and then I saw Georgia run it when I was watching them play on the red zone. They're going to motion in, cut right back out, and then it's just Amari Brown making a play. Good concept that allows your guy to get the ball open in space He can make a play. Good concept. Love it. Last drive here. Hopefully we can get it done in 6 minutes. This right here, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, ooh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Let's get Sellers in the game. And then I saw him get up limpy. I was like, yeah, let's get these guys out. But I have a pretty good feeling Spencer Rattler was not about to be taken out. He wanted to continue to play. That's just how competitive Spencer is. I need to figure out who 47 is because he played a decent amount at the beginning of the game too. Um, yeah, just nothing there. There's just nothing there. Not really winning the one-on-ones here. Yeah. No good push. The line of scrimmage was set back almost 2 yards, and you can't win much if the defensive line is able to reestablish the line of scrimmage. And going back 2 yards like that will typically do that, and you won't be able to win near as much. Little screen. It's 13 Lewis, Eddie Lewis, maybe. And then this is the touchdown throw. This is just simply Omega Blake creating separation. Something that hasn't been able to be consistent all year. That's what stopped most of the wideouts of getting targets this year, is not being able to create separation. And he's able to do it here off of his one-on-one. And then the safety's too late to get over. And, I mean, boom. There you go. So you did an extraordinarily good job in the second half, where the first half you just had crucial mistakes in the wrong periods of the game. Second half, you didn't make nearly as many mistakes. And the ones that you did, you didn't let it set you back. You didn't stack those bad plays. But I obviously cannot let you go without this play, because this is just Mario being Super Mario. So here you go. We'll show you this last play, and we'll head out of here and see you tomorrow. Mm. 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 And just keeps going, and just keeps going, and just keeps going. That's it for the film review. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you tomorrow for the defense.